sudden, a snake dropped out of the tree onto the stage. And that's probably the most memorable thing that comes to mind. And it's like, we laugh about it now.
Yeah, only at a Renaissance festival, I think in some cases, there are a lot of those memories that we have.
Yes.
So.
Bienvenue. Welcome to Coffee Talk with King Francois Premier, where we will discover the tales, trials, and talents of Renaissance Festival performers, merchants, and die-hard attendees as we journey by way of light-hearted and even at times heartwarming conversations about the Renaissance Festival world. I am your host, Theodore Jander, aka King Francois Premier. Bonjour. Welcome to Coffee Talk with King Francois Premier. I am your host, Theodore Jander, also known by my nickname, Ted. It is my pleasure to bring to all returning and new listeners episode 5, which comes from the Facebook Live series I recorded at the St. Louis Renaissance Festival this fall. My guest for this episode is the vibrant Salwa, known offstage as Lois Marshall. Lois dances with Chuvani Bellydance and Sheherazade drums, a St. Louis-based belly dance troupe, and is the artistic director for Aalim Bellydance. The story she shares is definitely one for the memory books. So, enjoy this coffee talk with King Francois Premier and guest Lois Marshall.
So today I have with me, she goes, her stage name is, and it's Salwa, and she's better known in the world as Lois Marshall. All right, so let me turn the camera around here. And so welcome Lois Marshall, aka Salwa, as part of, and you have a couple of different groups that you participate with.
Yes.
One of them being Chuvani, and who are currently performing at this festival, and then you yourself have
Aalim Bellydance,
Aalim Bellydance, wonderful. And so that answers a bit of the first question that I have for you is that, well, what is it that you do for the Renaissance Festival world or outside of the Renaissance Festival world?
I belly dance, we entertain, I teach belly dancing. That's
pretty much it. Yep. No, it's good. And I've heard from my understanding is that belly dance is actually pretty good for you. I mean, it's a good form of cardio.
It's a great form of exercise.
Good.
It's low impact. You work a lot of different muscles that you don't work with a lot of other styles of dance or physical activity.
That makes sense. And it's a very fitting thing, I think, for Renaissance festivals. I mean, you're part of the culture that would have been present during the Renaissance as far as the travelers and such who would have come from different Yeah. So how long have you been performing either at Renaissance festivals or other such type of events?
I started performing, believe it or not, in 1978 or 79.
Okay.
So a few years. And Renaissance festivals, probably 1982.
Okay.
They tried doing it here locally several times before
the full one took off here in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and I was like, I think 99. So, okay. And so how did you get started in dancing, belly dancing?
I've always loved to dance.
Okay.
Loved it. And you don't need a dance partner. You can dance by yourself. So that was one of the reasons that I started. And after the first class, I fell in love with the music. I fell in love with the movement itself. And that was it.
I've had the opportunity to obviously to watch Chuvani and to watch your participation with the other belly dancers, and then to attend a lot of the shows outside of the Renaissance Festival. And it is, I mean, the music and the movement and everything, it's really quite a stunning form of dance and experience. It's
very soulful.
Yes, and there's a lot of even storytelling that occurs as well, so which is a cool thing. So I myself have experienced unique and wonderful encounters with patrons, cast, merchants, etc. What is a favorite memory of a Renaissance Festival encounter that you've had?
It's not anything to do with cast. This was once the fair was quite new, and we were performing on the stage. And we ended, I don't know if we were doing sword dance or something. And all of a sudden, a snake dropped out of the tree onto the stage. And that's probably the most memorable thing that comes to mind. And it's like,
and
we laugh about it now.
Yes, yeah. I can imagine just that initial reaction to watch a snake fall right in front of you, like, yeah, what do you do? So, yeah, and only at a Renaissance Festival, I think in some cases, there are a lot of those memories that we have.
Yes.
So.
And not to, if anybody watches this that has not been around, it was a long time ago. Things were not as well developed as they are now, so have no fear.
However, there is still wildlife at Renaissance Festivals.
True.
Yes, indeed. So this brings me to a question. I am curious, as this is a Renaissance Festival, who would win in a joust, yourself or the royal jester, and why?
Well, the belly dancer always wins.
There you go. All right. So we'd say it's obviously you, and because, as you stated, the belly dancers always win. So very good. Well, thank you for that. And so a couple other quick thoughts or questions. So for people considering being either a vendor, actor, attending the Renaissance Festival, performer, what is the best piece of advice that you can offer?
Best piece of advice would be to always remain in character.
I like it. And I can relate to that because when you portray a specific character, or any character for that matter, it adds to the show, the performance, the ambiance, and it really draws the people in. Right. So great advice. Well, thank you. And as we bring today's Coffee Talk with King Francois Premier to a close, at which either Renaissance festivals or other types of events can you be found, and if applicable, where on the internet can you and or Aalim and Chuvani be found?
Let's see. There are rare occasions that we have performed at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival, which makes it a little tricky at this
time of year for this one.
Yes. Otherwise, there's international festivals that we participate in. And between Aalim and Chuvani, we work so closely with one another. We're sister groups, you know. So, Fire Festival is coming
Fire
up.
Festivals. Yeah. And is that the Green Center, in U City?
That's coming up. So
nice. And then I would imagine are Aalim and Chuvani found on Facebook?
Yes. Okay. Right now, I would look under Lois called Selwa Marshall, something like that.
Okay.
For me, I don't keep up with the business page any longer.
Okay.
But there's Chuvani Sheherazade has Facebook page.
Wonderful. Well, I do want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes between performances and for this time to chat. And thank you for sharing that memory. I'm sure that not many people can say they've been in the middle of a performance and had a snake drop in front of them. So again, thank you so much. And do want to say I hope that you have a great rest of your festival day, and that it be filled with merriment and great dancing and continued blessings in your craft.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
I hope you enjoyed this episode with my guest, Lois Marshall. To find out more about Aalim Bellydance and Chuvani Bellydance and Sheherazade drums, check out their links provided in the show notes. Stay tuned for next week's episode to be released on Friday, December 9th, where I chat with Ben Bass and Bill Pryor from the Sturgeon Workshop, artisans specializing in the craft of leatherwork, chainmail, and other handmade items. If you are a performer, merchant, or die-hard patron in or of the Renaissance Festival world and would like to be featured on Coffee Talk with King Francois Premier, reach out to me by way of clicking on the following link provided in the show notes: www.theodorejander.com/Coffee Talk Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to Coffee Talk with King Francois Premier. A bientôt, see you soon, ciao for now, and au revoir.